Hello there, everyone. Super Saturday for all of us. This is Furley Almonte from Faces of Resilience. Well, actually, I was not scheduled to do any broadcast today, but I did not want to miss out on giving this fantastic idea for a holiday gift that will actually bring so much value in terms of showing somebody how much you really care about them and keeping them safe in a whole different way. I know we're all going through a pandemic right now, and it's not the kind of safety that I'm talking about. I'm talking about safety from harm. Well, let me tell you something. One of the things that I've been brought that was brought to my attention is that domestic violence cases are up on the rise right now, and also a lot of people, because of the fact that we're losing jobs and people are really struggling financially, crimes may be going up as well, and that concerns so many different people from all walks of lives, parents, whatever it may be. And so, what I'm going to be sharing with you today is something that will give you a peace of mind in a whole different way. Well, I just met our guest for today like a couple weeks ago at a networking meeting, and I was blown away by the products that she's sharing. And so, well, he is like an amazing entrepreneur, truly kind-hearted, and a very beautiful person inside and out. Ladies and gentlemen, let me present to you my dear friend Carol McClure from Damsel in Defense. Hello there, Carol.
Hi, thank you so much for having me.
Oh, my goodness. How's California doing right now?
Well, Southern California is terribly windy right now. It's cold and windy, but thank God, we're still here. We haven't fallen off the face of the earth yet.
I always say, you know what? Listen, if you're still above ground right now, be grateful, because so many people are really struggling with grief right now, having lost loved ones. People are also feeling very unsafe right now because there are so many people who are very ill and may be exposed to the virus. So, but we are going to be talking about a different kind of danger right now. Well, actually, Carol, why don't you talk to them about this very unique product line that you share, that you have shared with me and to our networking group?
Oh, thank you. Yes, I'm an independent representative for Damsel in Defense. We are a direct sales company that focuses on protection tools, personal safety, defense and overall protection for women and their families. We focus towards women because, in it generally, if men are considered the head of the household, not in all of them, but in general, women are the neck. Okay, guys don't do anything without us women. Okay, we are the ones that manipulate them and get them going into what they need to be doing. We also focus on our families. So by addressing mainly women who statistically get the majority of assault crimes, we're able to get them empowered, equipped, prepared, and then they can go and they can get the rest of their family equipped, empowered, and prepared. One in 5 women statistically will be a victim of assault at some point in their life. 1 in 3 women will be a victim of domestic assault at
Wow.
some point in their life. So that's another reason to focus on the women. We have the children that are affected by domestic assault.
Actually, right behind you, there's statistics.
These statistics are for sexual assault against children, whether, rapes, child molestations. Sadly, 95% of our children know their molesters. It's not necessarily stranger danger, it's family awareness.
Wow.
And again, by getting the parents, the moms educated, they know what to look out for. They know how to protect their children and themselves. So that's what Damsel in Defense does. We have tools directed towards them, but that doesn't mean that others can't use them too.
You're very interesting enough, the rest that you did not just mention about the product, but you also talked about educating women, most particularly about being able to identify red flags, so to speak, right? And be able to intervene before it amounts to something even more tragic, right?
Yes. You know, relationships can go sour. Whether it's a marital relationship, a domestic partnership, or just dating. Relationships can go sour. And it's not limited to just heterosexual couples. It's same-sex couples. It's dating. You know, it's everywhere. We have with dating, you know, and after a breakup, a lot of them experience stalking. You
Hmm.
know, people violate restraining orders. So we have, you know, things of what I have 19 signs of what to look for. We have education that we talk about. You know, if not everyone honors a restraining order or a custody arrangement. So how do we protect ourselves from that? And in workshops, home parties, I go over all these things with women, and I also do the one-on-one coaching.
That's really amazing. First of all, before COVID happened, you actually create like a very nurturing and educational environment for people during your party, so to speak, where you share the different products that you sell, besides you educating them as well. So you have powerful tools coming from different forms. That's really absolutely amazing. Why don't you share with us the different products that you sell and how safe they are and how they can use them?
Okay. Well, before I want to say 90% of self defense is simply situational awareness. Being aware of your
Mhm.
surroundings and being able to recognize who presents a threat to you and who is what's not supposed to, what's different about a situation.
Mhm.
And then there's the 10% that is action. Damsel prepares you for that 10%. We also go over the 90%, the situational awareness, to where you don't necessarily need a tool. But God forbid we do. My buddy Bob, say hi, Bob. He helps me in my workshops, and you know, we learn to practice on them. Uh, Damsel's core products are stun guns, spray, and striking tools. We also go on to ID protection, education for our children as far as you know, recognizing tricky people and how to get out of a tricky situation, how to protect their hearts and their bodies. Damsel's core product is, here we go, is our stun gun. This is our little ringer. Now, all of Damsel's stun guns have a disable pin. You're going to put that around your wrist and you're going to be ready to go. We're going to turn it on. You're going to have a nice bright LED light. Little red light here tells you it's ready. Anytime you see red, you are ready.
Mhm.
So, you know, it's on, it's ready to go.
Oh,
You can see that.
wow.
Okay. So stun guns are different from tasers. Tasers are the ones that shoot the prongs out, the positive, the negative. If you don't get them both into the flesh, then you pretty much just wasted the cartridge, and you have to replace that cartridge in order to be able to shoot it again, and that can get expensive. Tasers are not good for up close situation. 87% of assaults are up close and personal. So that's why you want to have a defense tool in your hand at all times, anytime you're out. Our stun gun, you're ready to go. You can directly apply it. Now, if someone were to grab it from you, the disable pin detaches. You'll still see the flashlight, but you'll notice there's no more red light. That means they cannot use the device against you. That is,
Okay, that was actually going to be my next question. Like, what if they use it on me? Oh, okay, that's really basically you're the only one that has the.
yes. And I teach my ladies, you know, if you feel that they're going to be coming after you for it, hey, take it off your wrist, launch it, throw it away. make them go after it, you're buying yourself precious seconds to get out and get away. All the while, you're going to be using your built-in defense tool, and that's your voice. You are yelling, you are screaming, you are doing whatever that you can to draw attention to yourself, because bad guys don't like attention. Okay,
So
so if
why would that have a bright light that would actually, even say for example, in case of being able to discreetly stun them, why are you calling attention to it with a light? What was the purpose of the light?
with a flashlight, you can make your way through a parking lot, parking structure. I even say, during the day, you're out there, you're leaving Target and you're walking to your car, your flashlight is on and you are flashing it around. You're looking in the cars to make sure there's nobody inside ready to jump out at you, hiding underneath, ready to grab your legs. But people tend to look at you like, oh my God, look at that weird lady. What is she doing? But those people are now witnesses. Okay. If people are looking at you or turning at a sound that you're making, that is drawing attention to you. And now you are no longer fun to play with. You've raised the playing field to where, okay, now I need to go find someone else who's not such a hard target. They're looking for the people who are the hoodies on and the earbuds on, and they're paying attention to their phones and they're not aware of their surroundings. Those are the easy targets.
I
So,
love that. Wow,
yeah.
you know what? This needs to be shared to different families, because what you're sharing alone on education is mind-boggling. And I actually, even with that little thing in there, the stun gun is like, I love that, because if you are thinking of, you know what, how many mugs can you get, or pairs of socks or scarves? Really, what I'm just saying is that, like, right now, a lot of people could use, it's not really a novelty item. If anything, it's a necessity. It is a necessity that every woman, or a teenager, should have to be able to take care of themselves. Give me an idea for something like that, an item like that. How much does one cost?
The Ringer here, they retail $74 plus tax and shipping. So you're looking at around $84, $85. You know,
And so, and basically, like, does it run on battery so that you can just?
they are rechargeable, and it comes with the micro USB wall charger and car adapter. So you can charge them on the go. We have
Wow.
a little indicator on the front, and that tells you how many bars. You have the opportunity for 4 bars. I tell my ladies, don't let it get below 2, because you always want an emergency light or zap.
Yeah, that's really wonderful. That should really, like, any purse should have that. Or actually, if you're going shopping, it gets pretty dark. Basically, in the winter time, it gets darker very quickly, and also during winter time, during the holiday season, there's a lot of, like, muggers out there waiting for you at the parking lot. We're looking for that person that you're talking about, who's just very nonchalant, just looking at their text messages and whatnot. And so basically, those are the people who are vulnerable to getting attacked, because they're not aware of their surroundings. So I like what you said, because part of it is the fact that you are aware. Number two is the fact that when they see you waving the light, of course, the likelihood of them going after you, because they know that here you are already calling people's attention to you. So they don't want that. So what else? What are other great products can they learn from? This is so educational and so much fun.
Well, what I think is the fun part of Damsel is, safety doesn't have to be boring. Okay, so Damsel does make our items in several different colors. This comes in 5 different colors.
Wow. Okay.
And we have matching pepper sprays that go with them too.
Oh, wow.
So this is just one of our pepper spray line. We have them in a pouch that can hang on your keychain. We have them with dual clips. You can just clip to your shirt or your purse or something. These are our protected peppers, and they too use the disable pin feature. So you would have it wrapped on your wrist, ready to go. So before you leave the store, before you get out of your car, you've got something in your hand just in case. Okay, this is our pepper spray. Now, Damsel's pepper spray is different than what you get off of Amazon or at a gun show. Our pepper sprays are 18% oleoresin capsicum. That's military grade. Our top competitor brand is only 10% pepper.
What does it do? What does a pepper spray do?
Pepper as opposed to mace. Now, mace is a brand name, and that's primarily tear gas. Now, think about your news, when we watch the news at night. There's a big crowd, and the police shoot tear gas into the crowd. What do people do? They're coughing, but they're getting out of the cloud and they're running away. Tear gas is an irritant. Okay, it's meant to be worked through. Yeah, it will burn your eyes, it'll make you cough, but you can function through it. Now that you think about on the other things on the news where you see the police, they have all these perpetrators sitting on the ground, and they're spraying them with pepper spray. That's when they're intending to arrest them. They want you incapacitated. Now, mace or tear gas is an irritant. Pepper spray is an inflammatory. It will cause your eyes to turn bright red, okay? They're going to burn like the devil. Generally, bad guys, just like us, in a heated situation, we get all that. Our adrenaline's going, we're breathing heavy. You're spraying them in their face. The eyes are going to burn. It's going to go up the nose, and it will affect your tissues. So they're going to swell. It will start to shut down your breathing. Your sinuses, will just start pouring. It's not a very pretty sight, let me tell you. And it goes in through their mouth, down the throat. It'll shut down the throat. It'll shut down everything down to rescue breathing. That's why they're down on the ground, rolling around, clawing at their eyes, trying to breathe. They're incapacitated. And that's
Will it kill people?
No. It'll make them want to die. It'll make them cry for mama. But it'll, as people will absorb it through our skin, so we'll turn bright red. So you can knock someone down and incapacitate them for up to 45 minutes. Okay, so that's what you want. Again, you've bought yourself time to get away. Get someplace safe, call 911, make a police report, and then you go home, you pull out your receipt, and you call me. With your receipt, with your police report, Damsel will replace your pepper spray or your stun gun at no charge. That's part of our protection policies. No other company does that either.
Wow, that's amazing. And how much is something like that?
Our pepper sprays start at $12 and go up to $89.
What's the difference between the 12 and the 89?
Before I answer that, let me get back to what our pepper spray we have. It'll shoot 16 feet as opposed to 12 feet. So you've got a little bit more distance between you.
Okay. So you don't have to be up close, and you don't also have to be exposed to what they're spraying them with.
Right. And it shoots in a stream, not an aerosol. So you don't have so much, unless it's horribly windy, you don't have so much worry of back spray. Ours is also, it's a fluid, not a gel. People have had issues with being sprayed with a gel, and they just turn around, they scoop it right off, and they'll smear it in your face. Okay, we don't want them sharing it with us. It's all for them. It's all for them. And we have a UV dye in our pepper spray to where a perpetrator is identifiable under a black light up to 7 days later. So I tell my people, you want to spray them like Zorro, eyes, nose, mouth, Z formation, and then down the shirt, because now you've just tagged their clothes as evidence. Okay, so guys they're going to go home, they're going to throw it in the laundry. They're not going to wash it. They're going to take a shower, but they'll still be identifiable, and their clothes will be identifiable.
This is a great police tool.
Yes, it's a fabulous tool.
We work with different police departments because this is a great tool to share with them.
Now, not all police departments across the country do allow it. We do have several states that do not allow us to sell pepper spray in those states. And whether it's laws restricting citizens from carrying it, or just requiring us to have a special license to sell in that state. But, and I have a list of those states I can, email separately. Now, the difference in our pricing, we have some in a pouch. It's only $12. And the only difference on our pepper spray is the case. The pepper is all the same. So you can get just a little pouch to put on your keychain. You can get one, again, to clip to your shirt. The difference to our most expensive one, $89, this is our protected pepper. It, too, uses the disable pin feature. If someone were to grab it from you, the pepper will drop down in the case, and they cannot use it against you. The beauty of this one is it also has this little lever here, which triggers an app, whether you depress it manually by itself or with the pepper while you're spraying. Okay, it will depress this. It'll deploy an app that we have, an exclusive app, which will notify 5 of your contacts that you're in distress. They'll send them your GPS. It will follow up with you and with them every 2 minutes until you input a 4-digit PIN code in your cell phone to turn it off. So if someone were to get your phone, they couldn't turn it off. Again, that's for your protection. And so these are all different tools to where you can proactively, if you're just on a bad date and it's starting to go sour, but he doesn't need to be sprayed yet, you can deploy just, the app and alert your people, hey, this is, something's going on. This is my GPS. Check on me. If I don't answer, you're calling 911 and sending them after me. You're in a bank and somebody comes in, you're not able to pepper spray them, but you can alert people discreetly, just in your purse or in your pocket. Or, when in an actual situation, you're spraying them and deploying it at the same time.
I love this technology that you're sharing with me. I'm even thinking, what a romantic just think about, like, say, for example, husbands who are struggling, instead of giving them another pair of earrings, whatever, that looks the same, the fact that that you're making sure that they're taking good care of themselves and that they're protected when you're not there to protect them. This is a good way for them to, to communicate with their spouses that, here I am thinking about your safety all the time. So this is a beautiful, like the $12 one would be a great stocking stuffer. And then, if you want the more sophisticated one with the app and the disabled feature to it, that's also a great gift. Whatever the budget is, I love that you are able to provide the different options. It's almost like, first of all, you'd never think of giving something like this for the holidays, right? But in reality, it's loaded with a message that this is all about, that I care for you, I love you, and I think about you, and I want you to be safe all the time. That if I can't be there, I know that you have a fighting chance. Where did I see I think I saw in one of our conversations you had something like a beautiful quote, that your life is worth fighting for.
Yes, your life is worth fighting for. Absolutely.
It's so beautiful. What else? Like, can you give me 2 other items before we close? On what other things that you would love for our audience to think about? Because, and of course, I'm sure they would love to know how to place orders so that they get the original one with the warranty and the replacement once it is used.
Absolutely. Well, our next most popular tool is called a Sakatumi striking tool. You can hear them called Kubotans. I have a lot of people that call them jabby pokey sticks. I say that is the Latin description. But yes, it's a striking tool. So it's a martial arts tool. It's meant to support your hand, your fist, because when you make a fist, it's hollow in there. Mm-hmm. And you strike something hard, your fingers are going to bend. You want something to support your hand. So we're going to get in there, and you can jab, you can undercut. There's several different moves that you can have depending on how you're positioned. But they are very painful. They're solid aluminum. They're pain compliance tools. Okay, they're meant for just compliance. Move it, get out of my way. Those, people put them on their keychains. We like to keep them just by themselves, just to be able to pull and have something in your hand. We have people that put them on a breakaway keychain and then hang them off the little dry cleaner hook in the car, Because when you're leaning into your car, loading the kids, loading the groceries or something, your back is exposed. What are you going to do if somebody comes up behind you? You've got melons in your hand, or you're going to snap this thing off, and you've got a tool in your hand. So they're great little power tools, for defense. Anybody can buy these tools on my website. It's www.pepperchick.com. So you can buy them there. You can also, direct message me. I'm on social media, Pepper Chick Carol. I'm on Facebook.
I love it.
And as our kids go back to college come January, there's another great stocking stuffer, and this is a fabulous little favorite. It's our step-off door alarm. It doesn't look like much, and you're going to think, what the heck is that? Well, it's got a little bit of a light, for nighttime so you don't step on it. But basically, you're going to set it by your door, or you can suction cup it to a window, okay? And anything that bumps up against it is going to set off. Oh, how about we turn this thing on? So you've got a 130 decibel little siren that's going to kick off and warn you if somebody's coming in through the door, coming in through the window, or you can put it outside and be warned if somebody's going out, such as a toddler or a senior with dementia, something like that. They're great to put in the bathroom. Set it on you can suction cup it to the tub or the shower in case of a slip and fall, or in these COVID days, someone runs out of toilet paper. How are they going to notify you? You're in the shower and they're, so it has a lot of different uses. Nursing homes, senior citizens. I've had office managers buy these for people who are going into the supply room stealing stuff. So they're great for a lot of different things. But when you think about your kids going back to dorm life, you want to know if the guy 3 doors down is going to come in, or who's coming in late at night, and that shouldn't be. So these are all different tools that have different functions, but they're designed for your safety. And we have a lot of we have personal alarms to hang on your keychain, all kinds of stuff. And I'm more than happy to talk with anybody privately about it.
Yeah, that's really very, very good, because like when you follow Carol McClure or like Pepper Chick, follow her on social media and message her, because if you are like struggling right now thinking of what would I give this person for the holidays, think of something very practical and very loving. This is a great way, because it's complete. And tell me about somebody being very surprised. Wow, like I don't think anybody would expect to get this as a as a Secret Santa gift. But then again,
this is our stun baton. This is what I call a cattle prod. It gives you 16 inches of reach, between you. So, and the side little metal strips electrify too. It's a stun gun. Shop owners, liquor store owners, sandwich shops, they like a little bit of distance between them and somebody who's unruly in their store. Somebody who's walking and they may come up against coyotes or wild dogs or anything. These are great for everybody. And it's telling you, hey, I worry about you. I love you. I want you to stick around a little more. So, I'm going to buy you something to protect.
I have a question. This is I just thought of it. For those people who are dog owners and they're walking the dogs, aside from them protecting themselves, what if, say, for example, a jogger wants to be protected by like a stray dog that's going to attack them? Would you be able to utilize this same thing to disable the dogs?
Well, they're a great little sound deterrent. Our stun guns, nice little zap. That's enough to scare someone. The light feature on it, it will make any dog stop. And again, you're going to use your voice, yell, get away, get away, so these are great things. And if they do jump on you, you're going to jab it right through their fur too, and they'll be bouncing right off of you.
Yeah.
Yeah, these are great.
Like these are, my goodness, very like amazing information. I love the product. I've never seen anything like this before. This is very educational for a lot of people. So think about your children who are going back to college. They're out at night, partying, whatever it may be, and they, like, how do you stop them from, some people from attacking you or raping you, right? That's one thing. And then also when you're shopping, especially at night, you go to very deserted parking spaces in a building and there's no one around you. And, like the fact that you are calling attention by either the sound or the light, the fact that, you have that, that you at least have a little bit of a fighting chance not to be the target of all of this, horrible people out there. And just like what you said, like all of these tools are, I like things I never even thought of before. So I hope that we have given you an idea of how to best protect your loved ones and yourselves in the process. So do you have any last words, Carol, to share with them, either be it inspiration, educational, whatever it may be?
Well, I tell everybody, if you've made mistakes in your past or you've done things differently, you can always start over and create a new ending. Don't let the past, direct your future. Know your worth, then add tax. You'll find out you are worth fighting for.
I love that. You are worth fighting for, being resilient, being strong, being able to defend yourself and your value. So remember, whatever it is, you are worth fighting for. Give yourself a fighting chance to protect yourself from attackers. And most of all, actually, aside from all of these personal attacks to our physical body, you know, in your mind also, you can disable negative thoughts and also disempowering thoughts. So, we like to be able to create holistic, positive empowerment for everyone out there. So, thank you so very much, Carol, the pepper chick and the stun gun. What was that, like stun gun chick?
Stun gun chick, pepper chick, I'm your girl. So, yes.
All right. Okay. Make sure you follow her on social media. It's not too late for you to place an order. So what's the best way for them to place an order with you? How
I
can
think they can go online at pepperchick.com and place an order. They can call me direct, and I can give you my phone number, 661-609-5106. And again, follow me on social media at pepperchickcarol, and you can direct message me that way too.
Oh, by the way, Carol, where can they find all of those amazing tips, like the 9 telltale signs, the warning signs? Where can they get all of that information?
You can, again, contact me and I can send it to you, book a party.
Okay. When it's all over, when this pandemic is all over, you can. Oh, do you do virtual parties by any chance?
I do.
Yeah. All right. So you have no excuse. You can
That's
have
right.
a physical party when the pandemic is over. You can also have a virtual, pepper chick party, and so you will be able to share all of these incredible acts of love and tools of love and self defense with the people that you care about. So, okay. Until then, thank you so very much, Carol. Thank you so very much for joining us at the last minute on this podcast, Faces of Resilience. Remember, just be able to choose to be resilient, be confident, and that way that would lead you to a magnificent life. Until next week, this is Furley Almonte. Take care. Bye-bye. Mwah.
Thank you.